Hello everybody and welcome to another episode of X4 the War campaign. As promised, I am back on with the war. Obviously this one isn't involving much to do with the Terrans, but it's messy. It's really messy. We started the war with the Hop and I'm not too worried about my pride to say I got my ass handed to me. We had to pull a lot of our fleet back. But we were trying to do things with some of the technology that we don't necessarily have a good range for. For example, the Raptors obviously don't have the full split stuff on them at the moment because we're still dealing with the split reputation. And I'm going to continue dealing with the split reputation, so hopefully we might get somewhere slowly with them. But right now, I need to concentrate on some heavy hitters. Now we do have the Tyrannus ships that I've been building. You can see I've got a lot of Asp as well. There's the Tyrannus ships there. So we've got 4 Tyrannus ships here doing odd jobs about the place. We are taking a few hits here and there. There's a couple of Tyrannus ships here engaged with raiding parties. So we're not locking down our sectors as well as I'd hope. I think Morning Star is too accessible. You go through to it for Heretic's End and what like that. I'm wanting to take the whole Hop area for my own. And that's going to give me, hopefully, resources accessible from Cardinal's Rest. And there's Pontifex's Claim as well. Obviously, I want to push into Faulty Logic and take them out. Again, it is accessible, but as you can see here, I've blocked this area off here, so any fighters should be taken out, hopefully. I don't think we're going to be able to fully lock out anywhere unless we get literally the back end corner like the Reach here, for example, and we literally lock it off. Which was a thought process, but even so, they still get in and mess around with my giant transport there. He's trying to get back to Morningstar. I think they're actually in Morningstar. Yeah, it is technically in Morningstar. So there's a lot of things that I've been considering. Now, I've got a Raptor on the way. It's about halfway done. But today's episode's going to be basically trying to set up a bit of a fleet that's actually going to substantially push Holy Vision. I want to take the claim now for Holy Vision. And I'm hoping Lasting Vengeance is kind of, well, they're all blocked off here. That's an inactive jump gate. As I said, the only one I've got to worry about is Faulty Logic, really. Because that's obviously Xenon territory. But I don't think we're going to get too much problem with them. And we can obviously try and barricade this with fleets and stuff like that. So I want to now, basically, this is all a mess. There's ships everywhere. There's just mess everywhere. What I'm going to do is I'm going to sit down and I'm going to make stations that are doing multiple things. So instead of having one station do antimatter cells or field coil factories and graphene refineries and stuff like that, I'm going to group some of them together that require similar components. And then we've got the multiple ones there to then provide for our shipyards. And we're going to do some new shipyards. And I'm actually going to do a wharf and shipyard style. So we've got small and medium ships, and then large and extra large ships, keeping them separate. I don't mind these here, and I'm probably going to keep them going for now until we get a good secure location here. And then basically I'm going to break these down and get the components in my large containers and get them over to the new stations. And I'm basically going to build myself a brand new trading station right in the middle of Holy Vision, which is basically going to store everything from the build components from the old stations and anything else like that. Take all the ships away from it, let it run itself dry, give it no credits or anything like that, stop it building everything, and then we'll move everything over. So that's the plan, and we have got a foothold in True Sight. So this is where I'm going to lay my next fleet. So basically I'm going to build my fleet and place it into this sector here. For that to happen, I need a capital ship to be the capital ship, and I was going to do the Raptor, but I'm actually considering doing a different ship, and I still can't get the one I want. So if we try and go to, where is it, large, Family's Yin. It's over here, isn't it? There we go. Zioff's Dominion. By ship. So the one I wanted to get was the Razorback. But we still don't have the capital ship license yet. We can build our own, I believe, if I remember to get the shipyards. One star shipyard. Build ships. Extra large. Razorback. Battleship. As you can see, the high preset, the turrets are split and paranoid weapons. And they're all Mark 1s. That's about as good as it's going to get. I actually think that if we had the proper full split stuff, the ones from the Zioff Patriarch, I think this ship would be miles better. That's also the Executioner, not the one I wanted. That's the one I wanted. There we go. Split and paranoid. But I'm going to build it. I'm going to build it for its set that it's got. A high preset. I'm going to put a docking computer on it and a training. And all these are all going to be top range there. Right, let's have a look at our turret groups. So we've got beam turrets. We've got all beam turrets. And then we've got black turrets as medium turrets. So that should be quite good for this ship. Which is a flak dealing with anything to do with fighters and stuff like that. I'm going to stick to the presets for now, purely because it's going to be a bit easier for us to just get through this, because we're going to redesign everything once we get the new sector. I just want to have a ship that's going to be able to push. We've got repair defense drones. Let's get some more repair drones in there. Let's add you to the shopping list. Let's grab 3 Razorbacks, I think. We'll confirm that in a second. Then I want what else can we do? Now we could get some Avengers to support. 172, 235. There we go. Get our high preset going there. Again, plenty of repair drones. Lock up on docking computers, long range scanners, police scanners, trading computers, just so it updates everything as it goes. And then I'm going to try and see if we can get 6 of them. We can. Excellent. Right, let's get some large ships, just so we've got some faster ships. Oh, Centurion. I don't like the look of that. I do like the Doom Hammers. Right, let's get some Hurricanes. High preset. Then we're going to do the same again. Repair drones. Right, so this is the problem. We can't get the front weapons for it. So let's... We can do the Merlin. Yeah, we'll stick to the Merlin for now, because that has the Behemoth main cannons. So high presets. There we go. Plenty of repair drones. We're set, good to go. Add to shopping list. Merlin destroyers. Let's try and get 2 per Avenger. Right, so we've got 3 Razorbacks, then we've got 2 Avenger Mark II battleships per Razorback, and then we've got 2 Merlin destroyers per Avenger Mark II battleship. We've also got the Tyrannus battleships as well. That's going to go with them. One of them Tyrannus battleships will probably be the lead vessel, followed by the 3 Razorbacks, the 3 other Tyrannus battleships, and then obviously these Avengers and Merlins. So that's good. That's a lot of time that's going to take to build, however, as we can see here. The Raptor's got 14 minutes left. The Merlins aren't too bad at 10 minutes. We've got the Razorbacks at 22 minutes. And then obviously we've got quite a few more to build there. The good thing about the stations we've got is they've actually got plenty of resources now that have allowed them to stock up whilst we've been taking losses in terms of our supply vessels. And I have got some fighters, aspirators ready to go. Now, fighters, we definitely need more fighters, and I'm not going to worry about all these CAG leader things for now. I'm just going to want something heavy hitting right now, so I'm going to wait until they're all built. As a matter of fact, no, I'm not, because we've got a second shipyard here. So let's get our second shipyard and let's have a look. We've got the Dragon Corvettes. Can we get them with main weaponries? We can. There's no issues there. Yeah, we can top these up. There's no issues with that. Consumables. Flares. That's all we need to worry about, really. What's it carrying? Mass drivers. Oh, we've got the Bosun Lance. Mass driver Mark IIs. There's a lot of weaponry here that I want to play around with. But right now, I just want to stick to, look at that, 6 weapons at the front. Right, Dragon Corvettes. Let's get that added. And let's get 20 AU. We definitely need more weapon components there. That's not a problem. And then shipyard number 3. Build ships. More ships. Right. The Ares Heavy Fighters. We've got the Aspirators. Malheur Heavy Fighters. Let's try and see if we can get some of these bad boys out of here. There we go, mate. So we've got plenty of scanners. Setups. We've got service crew on there. Add that in. Right, let's see how many we can get. Let's get 100 of them. That's going to take us a while, but we'll get them ordered. Okay, so we've got loads of stuff being produced here, as you can see. Now, it's going to be messy to try and organise all of this, so I'm going to have to try and remember it, which is why we're going to send our Tyrannus battleship that we've got. This one here, how's this one looking for? Health, 100%, 100%. So we'll send you over to, actually we'll do this side because this side's a little safer. Flying weight. There we go. What was that? Tyrannus, there it is. Okay, so have a look at its loadout. Capacity of, so we've got 100 laser towers and 100 friend or foe mines. Don't need to worry about them. We've got cargo drones and repair drones. Weaponry's all good. Don't need the logbook. Dock ship, so it can carry 30 ships. So what I'm going to do is get 30 of my aspirators. 1, 2, 3. So all I'm going to do is just, if I grab a bunch of them, then attack with commander, or should we have defend commander? We'll have attack with. And that should tell me how many I applied to it. 30. Look at that. Good shot. So hopefully them 30 subordinates there will dock. That was a good shout. So I think we're going to keep the fighters on attack. We'll keep like frigates and stuff like that more of a defensive posture. So they all kind of clump together, and obviously the battleships will go in there. We'll keep the Raptors. They've got such firepower. We want to make sure they get in, but we don't want them too far in. So I'll probably keep them as attack with, maybe defend. I'm not sure yet. We'll figure that out as we go. I don't want to push them too far forward because we'll just end up losing them. And they're so expensive to build that I'd rather not lose them, if you know what I mean. So we'll figure that out as we get to it. Now, where is that? Is the fleet here? It is. So let's rename this fleet so we know it's the right one. So this is going to be our attack fleet alpha. Don't think we've got any of that. We've got support and assault fleet alpha, but we haven't got the attack fleet alpha, so I know it's a difference. The assault fleet alpha I'm going to push in early, because obviously it's a weaker fleet. It's already took a paste in. It can go in, it can try and clear out some of the Holy Vision, and then our main attack fleet can push in behind it and finish it off. That's the plan. So things are a lot more organised now. In terms of what we want to do with our fleet, and we have got things coming off the production line, which is nice to see. It is going to slow down quite quickly because the only one that's got decent materials is the main shipyard that I've got. which is my shipyard number 1, and this one here. And obviously, it's also earning me good credits as well. The second shipyard's actually earned me quite a lot of credits. That's actually, most of that's itself. But the third one is lacking behind with resources. It does have resources, but it's certainly lacking behind. Missile components and weapon components. That's the one I've been looking at to combine first. Because it also seems to be the one that we're struggling with at the moment is the components. The turret, missile, and weapon components and shield components are all probably going to go together. Because I believe, and maybe even drone components as well, but I believe they're all fairly similar for what they require. So let's have a look. So we've got turret components, so station overview. So you need microchips, quantum tubes, and scanner arrays. Microchips, quantum tubes, and scanner arrays. No, so they need completely different things. That's not a problem. I'm not worried about that too much. I think having things that make sense going together, so things like hull parts, electronics, and energy cells. Now, energy cells is obviously the black horse of that, where it'll need. Well, we need to have a look at that because with a 4.0 update, obviously we've got sunlight issues, so some of these may not be getting full sunlight. I don't know if it tells me in here, but Argon Prime. If we click on Argon Prime, I think Argon Prime is actually good for sunlight. That's Morning Star, Argon Prime. So 100% sunlight. I think the older systems didn't have an issue with that, but Terran definitely does. Yeah, it looks like all these old systems are all 100%. That's fine. That may be not retrospective of new saves, maybe old saves. Sorry, maybe just a new save possibly, or it is just literally the Terran system. Okay. So I think everything's set up. Now it's just a case of waiting for it to be produced, and getting everything associated with these ships. So we've got some of the dragons coming off now. How many do these dragons carry? So they not have docks. It doesn't look like they contain docks. That's fine. So we've got dragons. So let's what I'm going to do, I'm actually going to assign things as they come off to the back end of the main commander Kappa. I know Kappa needs to be organised. Got the dragons there, but they'll all start heading down towards it, so they're all in the area then. Drills, elephants. Peregrine Omni Raider. Okay, so you need a repair. Let's get you to a shipyard and repair. Upgrade repair act. Repair fully. Oh, that's a lot of turrets being taken out. Confirm order. Right, are you still attacking? Just get you out of there, shall we? Let's do the same for you. Upgrade repair act. Weren't as bad. Confirm order. Remove the attack. Oh. All of it. Let's redo that. Where are we? Oh, it doesn't need a repair. I can use its repair drones. Never mind. Right, let's get you set up. As a matter of fact, both of you can get set up. Where are we? There we go. Kappa group. Then Commander Kappa. Okay, so they're on the way. What else have we got done already? That one's being repaired, so we'll wait for that to get repaired. We've got some Merlins here, so let's get the Merlins over there. And I've got the Bellers. And Commander Kappa. Now, I believe the subordinate cap for each ship is 100. So we've got 45, so we've got to be wary of that, because obviously if we start putting all the fighters in there... Now, the fighters are really quick, so I'm not going to put them in for now. But it is... Well, it is pulling up my screen. Right, so that's the repair. And the Raptor's ready in 2 minutes, which is then where I'm going to place a mixture of my fighters. So I wonder if I get... So let's just see. Aspirator. Right click. What options do we get? We've got Defend Commander, Attack with Commander, Intercept for Commander, Follow or Mimic Commander's behavior. I'm wondering if we have the Raptors set to defend, whether Intercept for Commander means they'll push out. I don't think they're going to. But I really want the fighters to be available for us. I think we're going to have to risk having them as attack with commanders, so we'll try and set it up so that they're the third or fourth in line in terms of fleet structure. So for example, we've got the Tyrannus, then we've got the Razorbacks, and then we've got the other Tyrannus ships as well. Whether we not... so then it could be the support vessel for the Tyrannus vessels. We'll have a look at that as we build the fleet, but I want to have it set up so it's a little bit further back. I don't know if it's going to work, but we'll see. The fleet... the fleet... Oh, I can't even think of the word of it now. When I find it. Where are you? You're in behaviour. Okay, you're not in behaviour. Here you are. Formation. That's the word. That went out of my head. Formation. I think the formation is going to be extremely important for what I want to do. Right. Let's see what else we've got ready. That Raptor's 24 seconds, and then I think everything else is just ticking along nicely. So I think the Raptor can hold 100 fighters, I think it was. And the only downside is that's it. You're going to have 100 fighters, I think. A lot of these ships are still taking a pasting. But we can't really control it. There's just so many ships in this area that I really can't control it. It's just so messy. See, they're pretty much getting free reign in our sectors. So all I'm doing is basically just replacing them as and when they get taken out. Don't think we've got anything in the area. Have a look. Where are we? Memory of Profit. Morning Star. Well, these are in Morning Star 3. Oh, you're down here. Okay, let's push you up here for now. Attack targets in range. It's actually quite a small range. Let's just remove this and fly and wait. There we go. Don't think it's going to help massively, but we'll see. The stations do have defense, so that'll be it. Right, so I think the only thing left for us to do now is to get as many of these fighters on our Raptor, because my screen is full of them. So let's go ahead and get as many of these aspirators as we can. Go. Right, assign them to the Raptor. Attack with Commander. Then I'll create a new fleet. There we go. How many is that? How many have we got? Subordinates. 115. I'm pretty sure someone said the cap was 100, so that's obviously a lie. There's 15 that we need to get rid of. Is it 15? Let's just double check, because I might be talking about my ass here. Build ships. Extra large. Raptor carrier. How many can you carry? So you can carry 100 small ships because you got 21 docks. Then you can carry 30 medium ships, and you got 1 medium dock. Ooh, that's interesting. 30 medium. Very interesting. Right, let's get rid of 15 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Get them set up for a Merlin. Attack with Commander. That'll do for now. Merlin's got... So the Merlin can carry 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That one there. Them there can all go. That one. I think it's just added another one. That's fine. 12, because I sent 15 in now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If I've put 12, I need to say 3 more off, and that should. Oh, it's just moved. Okay. Not the best in the world, but at least it gives us. Well, it gives them. They're sorted now, so they've got fighter support. And my screen looks a lot clearer when I close it down. There we go. I can see what I'm doing now. Right, so my Raptor is by far nowhere near like set up for what I want it to do. So we'll have it attack with Commander Iota for now, just so I remember it's there and it's separate from the other stuff. There we go. Iota set and Kappa set. So them two are the two that we need to deal with. And we've got the attack fleet alpha is currently in Argon Prime. Let's see how it looks going through before we call this a day. So it's just there on its own. It looks like it's plodding along. Oh, it's got plenty of reinforcements with it. Before we call this an end, let's just double check and see how we're doing. Right, so you're still not repaired. You're in Hattic Virus Choice. I'm not worried about that. I should be really, but I'm not. As I say, we're going to be cutting down on stuff anyway. I'm going to do full new production side of things. Now that 4.0 has come in, it's giving us things like repeat orders and all sorts, so we can just really tidy everything up. So yes, that's going to be it for this episode. I'm sorry it's a little bit quieter than the rest of them. Certainly no more combat at the moment, but as you can see, we've got a fleet being produced, and it's not... I'm trying to go name-related organisation, you know, like the CAG leaders and stuff like that, and trying to set a little bit of an insight into that and a bit more of an in-depth play of it. However, right now, because it's so messy with all my production stuff, I really want to move that away into a new sector, away from everything else, where we can have a little bit more of a play around with that, and then we can really ramp up our production. Now, I'm not going to drop this production until this one is fully operational. So there will be times where it's going to pass through, but as you can see, the travel isn't that bad, as you can see. So hopefully that's why we chose to hop, because it's it is slightly away from everything else, but it is still nicely connected, and most of it is on a highway as well. And when we find our next target, then this isn't any more of a problem than what we had previously, where we had it obviously on its own, but surrounded by potential enemies. We obviously don't want to do that. So hopefully you're enjoying it. Let me know in the comment section if you've got your own suggestions, ideas, or anything like that. Hopefully you're enjoying the war campaign. I know some people have asked that I continue it, regardless of me doing the Terran stuff on the 4.0. This will be pushed until we have the entire system as our own. That is the aim, or at least as much of it as possible, to be able to hold it all. So we haven't uncovered every sector yet. There are still a couple of sectors invisible to us. Obviously, we haven't pushed into Sol yet properly. There's quite a lot of Sol around here as well. But yeah, we'll try our best to try and take as much as possible. But remember, we're using the war campaign mod, so it may push back a lot more than we can push against it. So we'll see how it goes. But as I say, hopefully you're enjoying it. Let me know in the comment section if you've got any suggestions, ideas, comments, or anything like that. But until next time, everybody, take care for now, and I shall see you all on the next one. Bye bye for now.